So now let's see like how to add a favicon in a HTML. So what is a favicon actually? So that's a little icon when you're using a website. So if you're like using a website like Wikipedia, so you're seeing a little icon here, right, in a tab like W symbol. That's a favicon. So now let's see how to add it. So in all our HTML pages we don't see a favicon, right? So this is our HTML page, but we didn't see a favicon right here at the tab. So let's see like how to add a favicon right now. So to do that, what we have to do is, and let's go to the head part. Let's add a title right here, and let's see like my page title, and let's add a link to the CSS. I'm into the icon or the CSS. Okay, now let's add a relative path to the icon. Let's type icon, and let's mention what type it is. It's an image type, and we can also tell it is a little X icon. And now let's add the source. So I'm gonna add the apple.png. So now this is how you add a favicon. So I'm gonna save this file and name it favicon.html. Okay, now let's open it. So you can see a little apple symbol here. That's a favicon, right? Okay, so this is how you can add a favicon. Great, let's move on to the next topic. So like let's see like what are the browsers. Pretty much any browsers can access the favicon, right? So like if we are using a Chrome or Safari, Opera or Firefox or an Edge, it doesn't matter. So you may know that the title actually adds the title to your page. So if I go to the favicon and if I click on it, so you can see the title, my page title. So that's a title I have given to this page. So I can also change it to Apple, and I save it. If I open the favicon, the title will be like Apple. So this is how to change the title of your HTML page. So the next thing is like the most important thing in this HTML chapter. So it's the most interesting thing as well, how to create a table. So let's see how to create a table right now. Okay, so now let's see like how to create a table in our HTML. So this is a very important one. Everything is important. This is like even complicated, so you have to pay attention to the same. So to do that, simply enter table inside a bracket, and it should also end with the same. Let's copy it and paste it, and let's have a backslash here. Great. Now, so first thing is we have to add a table row. So to do that, add tr inside a bracket, and another one we should be adding the same. We should have a backslash. So whatever we are entering here, it will be considered as a table row. So each and every table row should have a table heading, right? So now add a table heading like this. So now let's type the name, I mean like first name, like this, or you can also use space, doesn't matter. And what should be there in the second one? Probably the middle name. And after that it should be like the last name, and after that it might be the department, and it might be the designation. Okay, last name, next one, and later on it might be the department, and next one is designation. Great. Okay, so this is what comes inside a table row. Now let's add the table data. So we have actually created a table row. Now let's create the table data right now. Great. So this is the table heading, right? So inside the first table row. So now let's another table row. So this is the second row. Should be having a lot of table data, like 10 people. Okay, so what would be the first name? Like Aaron, and Andy, Amber, Austin, Adriana, Lice, Gabby, Ginger, Daniel, Rose, or Ellen. Okay, so all these are like a table row for the first table head. So now let's add the second table head under the middle name. Also one more left. That's Jimmy right there. Okay, now let's add the another table row. Okay, now let's add the table data. Okay, like I don't know like how many. Add 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So I have added like 12 people, so I'm gonna add the middle names like Broom, Kennedy, Kelly, Faith, April, Hope, Meg, Broom, Stanley, Miller, Pryor. Okay, so there's like 12. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, so 2 more to come. Bloom, Mac Brown or something like that. So let's add another last name right now. TR with a backslash, and let's add like 10 table data. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. That's nice. Oh, let's add something like Barney, Pascal, Danny, Leon, Clutter, Brian, Oakley, Bradley, Brandon, Zeth, Zion, and Nebula. Okay, this is the last name, and we have a few more to fill. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, now we should be entering the department, right? Let's like HR, like quality testing, and same like software development, same like a sales team, like CEO, or CEO is not a designation, it's like might say again sales. Okay, TR, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Where is the designation, right? Oh, like senior, junior, senior, mid, level 3, like, and CEO. Okay, so this is how to add a table row and table column data, guys. The first thing is you should add a table like this, and it should end with the same like this table. And first thing is you should add the table headers. So to do that, first you should add the table row like this, and inside that you should add the table header like this, and like 1 2 3 4 5 table head. And another one is inside the table 5 table head I should have the as much as data I want. So I have chosen like 12, like this is the first table head, first name. This is the second table head data, like middle name. This is the third table head data, which is last name. And this is the fourth one, which is a department. And this is the fifth one, which is the their designation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, which is favicon, right? So I'm going to see the table right now. So this is the table without any borders and anything. So this is how it will look. Okay, so I think I have done something wrong, which I've done it in a wrong order, right? Like, okay, I've done it in this order. I should do it in this order. Okay, I'm going to redo this. So what we can do is we should consider that first the table row and the table head. Head means which will come on the table row head by 1 2 3 4 5. So what we can do is we should not add all the first name here. We should add each and every department here. Okay, I understood now. So let's copy it and paste it here. And now let's copy it. Now let's copy it and paste it here. Now copy it and paste it here. So let's copy it and paste it here. So this is how we should do. So in one table data we should complete a person's data, like his first name, middle name, last name, designation or department, so like that. So this is how to do it. So in the order how we did here, likewise we should do here. That's a wrong that I've done. Okay, I will do it here as well. So let it be the middle name and it will be the last name. I'm gonna add their designation and department like this, and boom, we have done. So again, like this, we are done. Right. Okay. Right. That's actually nice because it's kind of confusing every time. But what you have to remember is how you have written the table headers. We have to complete the another next coming table rows data as well. Okay, so what we have done is we have created a table right here. So this is the table, starts with the table and ends with a backslash table. And at the first table row should be created, the element, tag element should be created, and inside that table head should be created, first name, middle name, last name, department, designation. And it should be filled only in this order in coming every table row. So I've created another table row where the data of the first name and middle name of the same person, last name of the same person, his designation, I mean his department and designation, everything is written, and the second person's data, third person data, and it goes on like that. So this is how it should be done. So I'm going to save this. So if I open this favicon, now you can see everything is in order. So let me like zoom it for you guys. So you can see that first name, middle name, last name, department, and designation, everything is out. The missing thing is the border. So what I can do is I can create a border right now. So what I do is I go to the top, below the head. What I do is I create a link and I create a relative path which is rel, and inside that I type style sheet, and after that I give h reference. Okay, so let me like table.css. I'm going to create something. I'm going to save this as table.css. So now how to add a border? So I'm going to mention table, and I'm gonna add a border here. Type border, so I'm gonna type like 1 pixel since it's a borderline, and solid black. That's fine. I'm gonna save this, so now it will be having a borderline. So I'm like, let's save this. It should work. Oh, it has a borderline right now. So what else we can do is we can add padding so that you can separate each and every element right there. Okay. Oh my god. The padding has been done, but what I can do is I can create a border for the table row and table data as well, right? Table row and table data. So now I think it will be fine. So now it will be fine, guys. So now we can see everything is under a beautiful borders. So you can add borders to the table head as well. So let me add it. Let me go, and okay, now we have seen the borders for the table head, table row, and table data. So this is how to create a table, guys. The first name, the last name, middle name, the last name, the department, the designation, name of the person, first name, middle name, last name, his department, and his designation. So this is how to create a table in HTML. So what to do? Let's have a quick recap. First, what we have to do is we have to create a table element with a table inside the bracket, and it should also end with a backslash. And first we have to create a table row below the table, and it should end with a backslash tr, and in between or inside the table row, the first table row, there should be table heads. Okay, so you should mention the heads, and remember what is inside the same is gonna repeat again and how many times you want. So again, another table row, but now we are gonna fill the table data of these table heads. So the first name of the person, the middle name of the person, the last name of the person, department of the person and the designation of the person. You can repeat it as much as time you want, but every time you remember that you're going to fill the data of this table heads, not in one table row you should fill the 10 first name or 10 middle name, not like that. You should only able to fill the table data of the table heads that we are given in the first table row. So in each repeating table row you're going to fill the table data of the table heads at the first. So this is how to do, guys. So we have successfully created a table, and we also actually created the border and padding for the table, table row, table data and table head as well. The final product is this. We can also add colors to the same. It is easy. Let us add a color and make it colorful. Okay, I'm gonna add a color which is like aqua, and background color which is actually red, and what else, border color. Border color actually we can give here actually like solid green. Padding might be yellow, but just for the experimentation, don't do this. But whatever I'm giving here is true, but you need not to give a padding color like this and all. It's just for the experimentation. Let's see our colorful page right now. So what happens here is the color is actually aqua and the background is red. Actually I can turn this into red and the background into aqua. So let me like refresh it, so you can see that the color of the letters are in red, background is in aqua, and the border is in green, and the padding is in yellow. Since it's like really small, you couldn't see it. Couldn't be able to see the padding. Padding is the distance between each and every letters, guys. Each and every words actually. So padding might be like behind the background color. So if you turn off the background color, you might see the padding color. So I think you can see the background color right now, or it's behind the border. No, padding is not behind the border as well. Wow, it is even nicer like this as well. Now let's go back. Okay, now we are back. The color is red, background is aqua, border is green. So this is how you can color your table in a HTML. So let's move on to the next topic. So you can actually do like a lot of things with the borders in the table. So let me teach you that. So let's see what else we can do with the tables right now. So what are the different types of borders you can actually add? So what we have added is a solid one, right? And you can also use another one, which is like a border collapse. Which is collapse. What happens if we add a collapse? Let's see. So you can see that if we add a collapse, now it's actually in a same order. So let me like show you without the collapse. So let me like take out the collapse. So you can see now it is collapsed, which means now we have a straight line, not a double line, because the borders have collapsed. Because if two borders are meeting with each other, it will collapse and it will merge into single one. So that's a collapse, right? Like this. So this is with the collapse, we will be having a single border. If I take the collapse away, now this is with the collapse. Now I'm taking the collapse away. You can see you are having a double borders like this. So for a single line, what you can do is you can actually collapse the borders, and the table like this will turn like this. It will collapse into a single line. Okay, so what else we can do? So let's do something. Let's change the color. Okay, now let's see, but it will be like the same, but it's another way. Okay, it's the same. Okay, now if you want like round table borders, we can also add that. So to do that, you should actually add a border radius. Okay, so this is the border radius right there. I'm saving it. So this is without the border radius. Now I'm adding the border radius. Now you can see it's a rounded one. So without the collapse, it will look even more beautiful. Now you can see that it's a rounded one. So this is how to add a rounded table radius. We can add the border radius, and you can add how much pixel you want it to be, and you can have it. So this is how to add a border radius. And we can also add some border style. Let me like take out the radius, and let me add a border style. So let me add a dotted style first. So now we'll be have a dotted style. So this is without the dotted style. So now you can see that the line has been changed into a dotted line. So this is how you can change the border style. So you can simply add border style, and you can type dotted, and you can also use dashed instead of dotted. And let me open this. So this is dashed. So the earlier one was a dotted one, and this is a dashed one. So you can see that this is a dashed one, and you can also use a solid one, which is a thicker line that we have used it earlier. So this is the solid line, and we can also use a double. So let's see. So you can see there is a double line. You can see that there is a double line. So this is how to use that. You can use a double in the border style, and you can also use groove. Let's save it, and let me go back to it, and let me refresh the page. So this is the groove. So you can see that there is a embed type of format here. You can see it, I guess so, like green and red. So this is the groove. It's like a frame, and you can also add bridge. Let me save this. Let me go to the page, and now I have added the ridge. So it's a inward embedded, like a billboard thing. So you can see this is the ridge, and you can also use inset. So this is how to use inset. The left one will be in a black color, and the second later on will be in a green color. So this is how to add a inset. So one part will be in another color, another part will be in another color. So this is how to add an inset, and you can also add an outset as well, right? So let's see how the outset looks like. So this is our outset. So it's like a vice versa. Then now the outer part will be in a green, and the inner part will be in a black. So because we have added the border green, right? So if you add the border as red, the outer part will be in a red. So this is how it is, and the inner part will be in a reddish black. Okay, so this is the outset. So we can also choose none, or we can take this out, or you can also use this hidden. Both are same. So these are the different values that we can give for the border style. So you can also set different sizes for each column of the table. Okay, let's do it. So I'm going to the favicon where we have stored the table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inside the table, I'm going to type style, and I'm going to give a double quotes right there. You can use single quotes as well. I'm going to type width. I'm going to type it 100%. Shouldn't have any, it should have the 100% size. The table should always be 100%, guys. It shouldn't be less than that. And the table head, let's say table head should be 70%. Let's go. and it applies for the same everything. You can also set it for the another table head, everything. Okay, so the thing is that the first name will be like really big, so I'm gonna give it like 40. Middle name is again like I don't want 40, like 25. Middle name is again 25, totally 50. Last name is around like 20, and let me like change this. So if the table is 100, I'm going to divide it like first name 20, second name 20, and last name 20. Total is like 60 percentage, and we have like another 40 percentage right now. So I'm going to give like department around like 25, and the designation is around 15. So it's 40 again. So now total is 100. So you can also give different sizes to the different table heads. So this is how you can do that. So now I'm going to open the favicon as well. So we have to mention whether it's a width or height. I'm gonna go with width. Can do it for the height as well. We'll save this. So this is without the changing of the table's size. Now you can see that. So these three are in 20 percentage, and this has like 25, and this has like 2015. So you can actually set the table size like this, but you have to mention at least how much the width and height should be. So I don't want to change the height, so it doesn't have like any two lines. So I'm changing the width alone. So this is how you change the size of the width and height of each column and row. So what you have to do is, in a table row, for each and table head, you can choose the width. If you want to change the height as well, you can do that. Like you can add a semicolon and a height, then it should be around again another 20 percentage will be heighter as well. So let me like show it to you. I think you should have a separate double quotes. I don't know, I'm just trying it out. It's not working. So what we can do is we can take this out. It should actually work. I don't know like what's wrong, but we can actually change this height and width at same time. Okay, we should actually set the height here as well. That's the thing I forgot to do. change the height is 100%. Now I can do it inside as well. Like I can do it, height is like around 50. Let's see, like let everything be like 10, 20, 30, and another 20, so which is like totally 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 50, 100. So now let's see this. I don't know whether it's going to work or not. Actually, it didn't work. I don't like how to change the height and width of the same table, but it should work. I think we should add dual double quotations. Probably this way it might work. Or there shouldn't be anything like this. Let's see. It didn't work, but the width is working. Oh, no, it's not working actually. Something is wrong. So now we have changed the width alone. So now this is how it looks. If we want to increase the height, let's see how to do it. Okay, so to change the width and height of a same table, what we can do is we can take this to the external styling, which is an external CSS. So what I can do is, let me like take it out. Okay, so I'm going to the CSS part right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the table away, paste it right here. I'm gonna add this, and what else I'm gonna add here is gonna add the width here in table, which is 100%. It should always be 100%. And in the table head, th, I'm gonna add height. It shouldn't be the percentage. It can be, it cannot be the percentage, the table height. It can only be the values like pixels. I'm gonna add like 70 pixels, like that. So if I save this, if I go here, so you can see that table height is actually increased like 70%. So this is how to do, and this is how it should be done, guys. So you can use the cascading style sheet like a separate CSS file, and you can add the table width like 100%. The width should always be 100%, and the table head we can separately type a table head, and we can set the height to 70 pixel, and you cannot actually use the percentage here. Even if I use it, it will not work. So it didn't work, right? So you should always use pixels, like 50 pixel might be fine. Great. So this is how to change the tables width and table head height or table data height. This is how to do that. Okay, let's move on.